My top 5 favorite zombies maps. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Which brings us to number 5. It's going to be Infinite Warfare's Zombies in Spaceland. This map's absolutely phenomenal. You're literally in like a 1980s theme park. I know a lot of people don't like Infinite Warfare Zombies, but I genuinely love Infinite Warfare Zombies. This map is definitely one of the reasons why. There's so much about this map that's phenomenal. It literally takes us out of the dark, serious stuff that Treyarch's given us throughout the Black Ops series and gives us something very bright, colorful, and vibrant with Spaceland. If it even feels like a movie, like Spaceland feels like Zombieland, and then you'd have Raven the Redwoods feels like Camp Crystal Lake. Shaolin Shuffle feels like the Ninja Turtles. Like, Infinite Warfare Zombies has done so much right. This map's got 4 wonder weapons. It's even got a dog round, which the dog rounds in this game are killer clowns. And then we even have David Hasselhoff in here, which makes the map even more interesting. We've never had that before. Even after completing the Easter egg to said map, you get to play as that celebrity guest in those maps. So if you beat Zombies in Spaceland, you get to play as David Hasselhoff. We've never had David Hasselhoff in a Zombies map until now. And then some of the best points of this map, a lot of people don't even talk about either. Like the fact that there's literally a playable arcade. You actually can play COD Zombies and play in an arcade. And then there's the Brute. The Brute is one of the probably most intimidating zombie bosses. Like, just look at him. This guy literally fires a laser beam from his head that just about can one-shot you if you're not careful. It's not fun. And then, you knock off the helmet, and then his face is just terrifying. So, and he's strong. Certainly don't get hit by him. He will red screen you just about instantly. I don't know. It's just, and Zombies in Spaceland is so good. The 4 little alien blasters. We got the face melter, the shredder, the head cutter, and the Discord. It's the fact that these guys came up with weapons that are like these ones is just mind-blowing. You have one that literally shoots their legs like rocket propellers, as you're seeing right there, and just engulfs the area in flames. And zombies walk in it and they just die. Then you have the Discord, where you shoot them and they'd spin, breakdance on their head, and their legs kill zombies. What's not to like about Spaceland? Even the old music that's playing in the background as you're playing the map is phenomenal. And then you have the Easter egg where you fight the alien with the whole UFO is involved, and literally the entirety of Infinite Warfare is a bunch of movies from Willard Wyler. So, like, what about Infinite Warfare isn't likable? I always get that all the time. People say how bad IW Zombies is and all that, and I genuinely don't see it. I think Infinite Warfare is awesome. We even have something in the map where you literally put on sunglasses and it black and whites your screen for a step to the wonder weapon. Yeah, we've seen black and white on our maps before from like Ascension, Attack of the Reactive Thing, but that's just for a little portion, and then you have to turn on the power. You literally can toggle this on and off throughout the whole map if you'd like. There's technically 5 wonder weapons if you want to really get serious because of the Cryo Freeze launcher, which you can get through tickets. As I said, there's an arcade in here you can get tickets from by playing games. There's a roller coaster in this map that you could play on and get tickets and shoot some clowns that are in your way. How is none of that fun? People that say IW Zombies isn't fun, I don't know what you got, but whatever it is, it's pretty freaking hard because IW Zombies is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. From the little coin slot machines that give you you can get a sentry turn out of a corn slot machine. And then you have all of the traps around the map. Like, for example, there's the one that you just saw me walk next to. When you buy it, all the zombies go into it and they just get hit by carnival rides. You have the it's like that twister trap over there where you're trying to get the shredder. It just sucks zombies in. But then again, remember, it is just a carnival ride. But it kills zombies. What is not fun about killing zombies in a carnival? I don't get it. I think it's phenomenal. So IW Zombies is easily up there for me as one of the greatest maps of all time with Spaceland. And IW Zombies really suffered from that because of how strong of a start Zombies in Spaceland was. Zombies in Spaceland was too good for its own good, because starting off your zombie season with something as great as this was pretty hard to try to top throughout. Like, don't get me wrong, Raven the Redwoods, Attack the Radioactive Thing, From the Beast and Beyond are all great maps, but they're not topping Spaceland. For some reason, Infinity Ward and even Sledgehammer with World War II, they started off strong, but DLCs are good, but they can't top it. That's just how well they did with this map. Even the perks are in here with just different names for Infinite Warfare. Juggernog is Tough Enough. Quick Revive is Up and Atoms. And just that is wacky, and it makes the map even a little bit more enjoyable for me. Then Neil, the robot, you could do his challenges to give you some tickets, and then even then you can, at that point, call in David Hasselhoff to fight with you. And then you could do the second points of challenges, and you'll have David Hasselhoff come back in with a pack-a-punch weapon. And that's another thing as well, because people don't like Infinite Warfare Zombies, but they say they like Treyarch's. I understand that, but because of the fact that Treyarch did not make it, does not make it a bad map. There's still wall buys, you still start off with a weapon, and you're still vulnerable, you still have a mystery wheel instead of a box, you still have a pack-a-punch, you still progress through rounds the exact same. All it is just a different aesthetic, and when I tell you, this one is utterly phenomenal. From the different areas like Kepler system, to the journey into space, everything about Zombies in Spaceland is amazing. Even the cast of characters are funny. Like, they're not annoying in any way. I genuinely enjoy playing as the characters. And they have different personas going through Infinite Warfare Zombies. But remember, Infinite Warfare is apparently trash, right? Absolutely not. It's crazy how good this map is. I don't know what else to say except for the fact that it's great. And there's more to it as well. Like, for example, there's the Ghost in the Skulls machine. That's a little arcade game, as I said, but it gives you a perkaholic. Like, you know, if you're playing zombies, you know a perkaholic is actually a really big deal. And the fact that you can get one just by playing, like, doing the little tiny quest to get to a very strange Easter egg to give you a whole perkaholic, yeah, it's worth it to me. You even have Fate and Fortune cards in this game, because this was after Black Ops 3, so we don't really have the Gobblegums, we still got the same system. Which, instead of the Gobblegums, we have the Fate and Fortune cards. Which, honestly, I might say I like a little bit more than the Gobblegums, because you have them all kind of, like, as, you know, a deck of cards. And when you use all of them, instead of it just being that for the game, there's actually little Fate and Fortune booths around the map you can re-buy your cards from. So you could still keep using your deck of cards throughout your playthrough. And then, it's just insane. It's insane to me. And once again, people say they hate this map. Like, look at throughout the entirety of this gameplay. Zombies in Spaceland is a gorgeous looking map. It's awesome. There's nothing wrong with this map. I don't see it. There's even a bank system, and everyone who's played Zombies throughout the years knows about the bank system from Black Ops 2, Buried, and Die Rise in Transit. This one just happens to have it too, but everyone dislikes it on here for some reason. So that's where I'm going to leave it, with Zombies in Spaceland is my number 5 favorite zombies map of all time, from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And that's where I'll leave it. And that'll leave us into our next spot. I'll let this play out so you can see this Discord in action, because this is what I'm talking about. You see the piece of equipment, once again, called the Medusa device. They all spin on their heads. How is this not cool? I'll leave it there. Number 5, Zombies in Spaceland from Infinite Warfare Zombies. Which brings us to number 4. Black Ops 3's Der Eisendrache. Origins 2.0, pretty much. Everyone that's played this map knows that it's pretty much Origins 2.0. The Panzer Soldat's in here. Instead of 4 elemental staffs, you have 4 elemental bows. You got Fire, Lightning, Void, and Spirit. I can probably arguably say that they're even better than the staffs, if we're being honest here. You got the Lightning Bow, which is literally just a huge storm bow, pretty much. You charge shot it, you can stand in one corner if you'd like and get round whatever. Then you got the Fire Bow, which causes like these molten rocks to grab the zombies in place and just kill everything that walks into it, including Panzers can also get stuck by these. Then you got the Void Bow, which has, it's pretty much like a thunder gun when you charge shot it. You know, you charge shot, let go, and it blows everything back. And then the Void Bow, it literally, when you charge shot, it literally causes voids of skulls that fly around and just eat all the zombies. That sounds freaking amazing to me. I don't know about you. The Pack-Punch camos in this game are, on this map, is phenomenal. How the, purple, the blue, the red, the green, they all look awesome. They took a little bit of a page out of Mob of the Dead's book. Instead of 3 dog heads, you fill up 3 dragon heads, but they still look awesome. Probably one of my favorite points about this would be the Easter egg as well. The Easter egg where you literally blow up the moon. You blow up the moon, and it's what gets us into the entire storyline that leads all the way through Black Ops 4. And throughout Black Ops 3, what we're doing is collecting all the characters' other selves' souls. And in this case, we're doing Tank Dempsey, which was probably the first time we saw Tank Dempsey actually show emotion. So that's also got to be a plus. The aesthetic of Dreisendrach is a castle that's just covered in snow. It's an Arctic castle, and to me, I think that looks probably better than the excavation site in Origins. I believe Dreisendrach is better than Origins. I know people disagree, but I think Dreisendrach is better than Origins. And it gave us the first boss fight that we see in Call of Duty Zombies that we had as a staple going on all the way up to Vanguard. And that's got to be a big deal. It's pretty much like what Doris did with the Pack-Punch. They introduced it and it stuck. Dreisendrach introduced boss fights and it stuck. And then all the quests to get them with the bows are just... I like it because you can't have somebody intercept and take your bow like you can when you're playing Origins and somebody can take your staff. You could spend the whole game getting all the parts and the upgrades for the fire staff. But if you're building it and you grab the crystal and somebody else rushes down, they can end up taking the firebow from you. Not in Dreisendrach, because every character picks up the unforged arrow and it actually dedicates that quest to you, which is amazing. So all 4 players can get their own bows. And as you see right here, this is the lightning bow. I can just sit here. Yeah, it's on round 11, but this is all you have to do, is just charge shot and sit here, and you can get whatever you want. So you compare the lightning bow to the lightning staff, we're all going to see that the lightning bow is so much better. So I'm going to take Dreisendrach any day of the week. And then just the small little points too. Like there's an Easter egg in here where you can actually turn the zombies into skeletons. We've never even seen that happen in another Zombies map. There's so much to do in Dreisendrach with the 4 bows and upgrading them. You can try to build the Ragnaroks. You can get a plunger as a melee weapon. You can turn the zombies into skeletons, plus all the hidden songs. Dreisendrach is just amazing. It's an amazing map. And if anybody says otherwise, I think you're wrong. That's all I'm going to say, is I think you are wrong. Dreisendrach is one of a kind. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let this play out so you can see the last bit of action with this wolf bow. And we'll move on to the number 3 slot, which I know a lot of people are going to think are very, very controversial choice, but I don't care. I don't care. Here we are with number 3. Black Ops 4's Dead of the Night. I don't care what anybody says to me. Black Ops 4 is also a phenomenal zombies game. There's so much that Black Ops 4 has done that people just completely dog on, even though I don't see why, and this map's one of them. I know a lot of people that do like BO4 say they favor 9 or Ancient Evil, but I'm the opposite. I like Dead of the Night. I love all the BO4 maps. I don't think any of them are bad. I love all of them. It takes a lot for me to hate a zombies map. There's only 3 zombies maps in COD's history that I will say I hate, and none of them are on Black Ops 4. Dead of the Night, on the other hand, though, is my favorite one out of all of them. The setting is in this haunted mansion. You literally have vampires in here, little Nosferatus, where you can actually replace your melee weapon with a steak knife to keep it more towards, stabbing a vampire with a wooden stake. And then in contrast to that, you even have werewolves in this map. And just like the steak, you can actually get silver bullets to help you kill the wolves faster. You don't have to have them, but it definitely helps. And then the Wonder Weapon, the Alistair's Annihilator, goes through multiple upgrades from the Alistair's Folly to the Chaos Theory to the Alistair's Annihilator. And hands down, it is one of the best Wonder Weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. If you've played this map and gotten that weapon, if you know, you know. You could literally, how I said with the Storm Mode, you could sit in a corner. It's the same thing with this. You could just sit in a corner. I like to sit up there by the Sentinel Artifact and just sit there and camp it out. And then Dead of the Night has probably some of the greatest soundtracks on the map. Like, just even when you enter into the dining room and you just hear that really soft but like mystical piano playing, it's just goosebumps. Dead of the Night has so much good things about it that people just overlook because it's on Black Ops 4. And I always hear the argument being Black Ops 4's perk system is the problem. I don't even think that's the case. Black Ops 4 perk system literally has all 4 perks in there just differently instead of just buying them. So now you get to pick perks of your choosing to help you play in a playstyle that you prefer. If you like to camp, here you go. And Dead of the Night is no different. You can have Stone Cold Stronghold and sit up there with a Sentinel Artifact. Dead of the Night is phenomenal. The only thing that I'd say about Dead of the Night that kind of gets me to not really be too happy about it is just one of the 4 characters that you play as, and that's the fortune teller lady. I don't even remember their names. I don't care. I just like the characters, except her. She is annoying. I will agree there. And then I'll also agree, because I've seen people say that this map is really complex for new players. If you want to figure stuff out, you have to look up a tutorial. That is another thing that I will agree with. But because of that, I don't think that means the map is bad. You know, if you want to play it, look into it. You don't want to play it, don't look into it. That's simple as it is for me. And I liked it, so I found stuff out, and it immediately became my favorite map in Black Ops 4. The Wonder Weapon, the aesthetic, the characters, the backgrounds, just soundtracks. It's all just phenomenal to me. And then the boss fight is also a very solid boss fight. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it certainly is nowhere near the worst. You battle a werewolf that you actually can't see until you get him to stay in a specific area where you deal damage there. So instead of it being something like Voyage of Despair, where this eye can practically just one-shot you with a white scream effect, you actually fight this werewolf. This werewolf will have to show itself, and you have to fight it and deal damage. And it's not like it just does something to just kill you, like the white screen effect out of nowhere. You actually can dodge its attacks throughout the arena, just run around, and you'll get away from them. It's just that good and that simple. There's so much to do in here as well, from the steak knife to the shield, pack-a-punch, Wonder Weapon upgrades. There's so much to do in this map. I love it. I think it's phenomenal. So that's where I'm going to stick. Dead of the Night from Black Ops 4 is in my number 3 spot. Now brings us to number 2. As you can see on screen, Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil. I have so much to say about this map, but I'm not going to drag it out any longer than it is. This map is a absolute fucking masterpiece. Aged like fine wine. When this map dropped, nobody cared about it. Everyone was playing the Giant, and then Dreisendrag, Zetsubu, and then Gorod, and then people started kind of going back to Shadows to realize this map is a work of art. It is phenomenal. From the setting to the aesthetic of the Pack-a-Punch camo. Look, even the Mob of the Dead plane flies over it. And it even gave birth to probably the greatest wonder weapon that we have in COD Zombies, the Apothicon Servant. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it very short and sweet with Shadows of Evil, because there's so much to say. Just know it is a work of art. It is my number 2 spot, and there's only one map in Call of Duty that is ever topping this map for me. Now we're going to number 1. The greatest zombies map of all time. Black Ops 2, Mob of the Dead. This is the map I always go back and play when I load up Black Ops 2. This map is the greatest map of all time. I have not played a map that was better than this.
Out of my body.
It's literally, if you're playing a movie within a map.
Am I dead already?
It's about 4 mobsters that are escaping Alcatraz, and obviously it does not go their way. Zombies start popping up, and it starts getting very crazy. And there's so much of this map that you can do. For one, you have to get 5 parts to build a plane that you fly from the roof of Alcatraz to the Golden Gate Bridge. Even Blood of the Dead in Black Ops 4 did not give us that. So you pack a punch on the Golden Gate Bridge. You still have the Hell's Retriever and the Hell's Redeemer that are both in Blood of the Dead as well. But the quest in here, it just feels so much better to do than it does in Blood of the Dead. And then we still have the Golden Spork that replaces your knife, and it one-shot stabs zombies all the way up to around 34. Not 35, I played the map just to get this footage. It stopped being a one-shot in 34. And then you have the Blundergat. It's the wonder weapon of this map. It's a 4-barrel shotgun, which, if you have never used it, go back to BO2 and use it. It is so damn good. You can just blow through hordes of zombies just because you can. And then you can upgrade from the Sweeper, which is the Pack-a-Punch version, to the Vitrolic Withering, which is, it's a 3-round burst that acts as a monkey bomb and fires acid explosives. Tell me that's not badass. And then the 2 hidden songs on here. One's Johnny Cash, for one. That's already phenomenal that Johnny Cash is a part of this. And then we also have the song Where Are We Going? Every time I hear that song, I immediately get goosebumps. So when they brought it back to Blood of the Dead, yeah, I was very happy about it. And there's so many side Easter eggs that you can do. As I said, getting the Retriever to the Redeemer, you have the shield you can build, then you have the Golden Spork, and then you have the entire Pack-a-Punch. It's just so good. There's even a jump scare with a sniper rifle. When you go onto the roof and you look out into the fireworks, you get a jump scare. That's always fun. You have the 2 Easter egg songs, and then you've got the entirety of the Easter egg. The Easter egg, same deal as, it gets to the point to where the 3 mobsters that it consists of Billy, Sal, and Finn turn on Weasel or vice versa, and that's how you battle it out on the bridge. Instead of you having like a boss fight like in Dreisendracht with the big keeper, you actually fight the other players. And depending on who kills who, the cycle will either end or continue, which makes it so much more innovative to do the Easter egg. And even the introduction cutscene to the map, it's so good. It sets the mood for Mob of the Dead. I remember when I didn't like this map, which is when I first played it because I was bad at it. And then I just didn't play it for a while, and I came back to it, and I was like, this map is absolutely fucking fire. And this map has stuck with me since then, all the way up to here we are now on Vanguard, going to Modern Warfare 3 with what they're going to do. And I still would rather play Mob of the Dead over everything else. Mob of the Dead is a fantastic map. If you've never played the original OG Mob because you're playing Blood of the Dead first, Yeah, you definitely need to go back to the first one.
They're coming back.
It is so good.
We'll only have to kill you
And
all over
then
again.
even the mystery box just looks so just menacing. Like that mystery box looks like if it opens up, it's gonna pull you inside.
Where the fuck are you?
And then in this map, you actually did not have quick revive. You actually had the afterlife, which is what you would use to power up stuff around the map, like your perks or open certain doors, or just revive yourself. You can have almost infinite revives if you're good enough to at least make it to the next round, because you get one back every round. You can hold up to 3, so you could down 3 times in one round, revive yourself every time. But the minute that you progress to the next round, you'll get 1 back, so you can down a 4th time and res yourself again. Like, there's no room for failure when you're playing Mob of the Dead. If you know what you're doing, is what I should say, then there's no room. But if you don't know what you're doing, well, sucks to suck, I guess. You're gonna have a rough time. Mob of the Dead's phenomenal. Then, which sucks for Blood of the Dead, because we had the Spectral Shield, which is nowhere near as cool as the Afterlife. Like, the only time that this was ever replicated was with Shadows of Evil with the Beast mode that you had, but you couldn't revive yourself, and you didn't go into it off of a down. In this map, if you go down, you go into Afterlife and revive yourself. You could shock zombies, teleport them away from you so you're safe for a little bit. Meanwhile, in Shadows of Evil, when you would go down, you would just go down. That was all it was. You just used the Beast mode for powering up some stuff, getting through the map, and traversing that way. Which, don't get me wrong, still fucking awesome, but definitely I'm going to give it over to the Afterlife over the Beast mode. And then, just the 4 characters that you play as. You know, Michael Finn O'Leary, Salvatore DeLuca, Billy Handsome, and Albert Arlington. They're all phenomenal characters. Like, I would love to see another Mob of the Dead situation with them 4 characters alone. Now, will it ever happen? Absolutely not. It wouldn't make sense for the story at all. I just like the characters that much to where I would not mind seeing them in another map. So, if you've played Mob of the Dead, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got, as I said, the wonder weapons, the characters, everything about this map is phenomenal. Like, look, we're right now in the showers, and it's just bloody body bags everywhere. Tell me this is not an eerie-ass map. Alcatraz Prison was at one point nicknamed Hell on Earth, and playing through this map, you really kind of see why. You know, you got blood, bathtubs full of blood, you got body bags hanging around the showers all over the map. Like, it really makes you think, wow, like, I know it's a zombies map, but still, wow, they really took that iteration of Hell on Earth and did very, very well with it. So, and I don't know what else to say. I really don't. Mob of the Dead is the #1 map for me. It's an absolute work of art. It's literally playing a movie within a zombies map. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I'll let the rest of this round pan off, where you get to see me using the Ray Gun Mark II, the Vitrolic Withering, and the Golden Spork as alongside what we just acquired, which was the Hell's Redeemer. So those are my top 5 favorite zombies maps of all time. I'll probably end up doing my least favorite. That'll be fun, because I know people won't like those choices either. But that'll be something for when the time comes. So I'll let this pan out, and that'll be it. The top 5 zombies maps of all time.
Didn't I tell you I'd cut you down? Nobody's walking away from that. We could do with more hits like that one. Well, that took down a few. was a fucking big one.
Double points.
I think the odds are starting to move in our favor.